The Senate this evening voted to continue the murder of babies who survive an abortion. All the Republicans voted to prevent this and to give life and make it a law that doctors must keep these failed aborted babies alive. With the exception of 3 Democrats, all of them, including those running for president, voted to kill human life. Let that sink in. You know, you can get fined and put in jail for several years for killing a bald eagle or other protected animals. But where have we gone to where it's okay to murder our own human beings? Where is it okay to murder innocent babies at taxpayer expense? Why can't they use that money to fund adoptions, which are like $30,000 to adopt? It's ridiculous. But to kill a baby, just a couple $100. I'm appalled. I'm sad. I'm shocked that our country, because of votes, and I'm sick of it. I'm sorry, but I'm tired of this. As a Christian, it's very offensive that human life means so little because of power by one party. And I'm going to call out the Democratic Party. I consider myself an independent. I vote for those agendas that are godly, promote life, promote traditional marriage, and those things that are pleasing to God, not offensive to Him. The Democratic Party is going so far left, and because they don't like our president continuing to win, they will vote against human life. They will vote against the security of our nation. They will vote against anything that he does, no matter if it's good for all Americans, no matter what party you are, no matter what color you are. They will vote against it because they want the power. There are some, I'm just kind of, I don't understand it. I don't understand how so many of you out there can support Planned Parenthood and call yourself a follower of Jesus Christ. There are dozens of organizations out there besides Planned Parenthood that can provide services for women, but Planned Parenthood exclusively provides abortions and killing innocent babies. And they use the body parts, the brains, the arms, the torsos. They sell these on the open black market, and they get millions of dollars. What kind of sickness is this? It's human sacrifice to Satan. And I'm going to tell you outright, God requires all or nothing. One of his commands, love God with all your heart, mind, and soul. And it says, love your neighbor as yourself. Isn't that babies? Aren't they your neighbor too? Those 2 commands are the greatest commands of all. So how can we continue to kill and slaughter and rip apart innocent babies in the womb who feel the pain of being ripped apart alive, and they scream, but nobody hears their scream? I'm vocal. You know me, and I'm going to say things. But this is pathetic and this is evil. We need to secure our borders also. I mean, they were talking about securing our borders before Trump came along. The Democrats were. And all of a sudden, because he's winning and he's doing things that are protecting us and making our country great again without any pay at all, which he donates, they they lost power, and it's all about power. So they're embracing evil. They're embracing all these lost people out there that don't care and don't love God, but it's all about their personal agendas. A woman's right to choose what? A woman's right to choose to murder her own kid? If a pregnant woman is killed in a car wreck, the person who kills her, whether alcoholic or whatever, gets charged with 2 murders, 2 for the unborn baby. But if you abort it, it's not murder. What kind of sense does that make? We're lost. We are lost people. And all of you so-called Christians out there, if you're voting for the Democratic Party, your fingerprints are on the murder. You're on the abortionist that uses that tool. Your fingerprints are on it because you vote for it. You vote for the annihilation, for the murder of innocent babies. Be careful what you're doing. I can say the same thing about same-sex marriage. God doesn't approve of that. It's very, very clear that God says marriage is between a man and a woman, not 2 men, not 2 women, a man and a woman. If you don't like what I'm saying, please defriend me. Please defriend me. Don't come on my post and start jumping on me for what I believe. I put God first, not my Republican Party, not the Democratic Party. I put him first. And whatever party is going to support his agendas, I'm going to vote for. You people who say you're Christians and say, oh, I don't like the man who's in there. I'm a Christian, but I don't like him. And of course, I don't like the Democrats, what they're doing. Grow some, okay? Make a stand. God gave us 2 choices when running for president. He's not going to put a perfect person in there. We got a perfect God who uses imperfect people to do his will. My belief is that President Trump is doing his will. He is protecting Christians, religious freedom. Everything was religious freedom except for Christianity under Obama. We're not allowed to embrace our beliefs and say, no, we can't support. If I'm a baker, I can't make a gay cake. I'm not going to get into all that good stuff, but I'm just talking about this failed bill that the Senate failed us. They needed 60 votes. They had 53. All of them, well, they had four Democrats. I guess there were a few Republicans voted against it. Rhinos. Anyway, we need a lot of prayer in this country. I mean, I used to be a Democrat decades ago. I've woken up and I've embraced God. And I just, it's a very, very, very sad what our country is becoming. Socialism is anti-God. And now you've got all these people. Well, let me tell you something. I think I mentioned it earlier. All of the senators who are running for president voted against this bill. They voted to continue to kill the babies even after the 9th month, even before then, even if they survived an abortion. Cut their lights out, kill them. All of them. And you're going to vote in 2020 for them? And you call yourself a follower of Jesus Christ? Think about that and let that sink in. It's all or nothing when it comes to God. You can't just take piecemeals out of the Bible and say, I agree with what God says on this, but I don't agree with that. You're with the world. And Scripture says a friend of the world is an enemy of God. Think about that. I'm sorry, but I'm going to roll here. I am upset. I am shocked at what our nation is becoming. All about power, politics. God has blessed this nation. But if we don't stand up, if we followers do not stand up and take a stand, and if we do not vote for that agenda that is pro-God versus pro-Satan, shame on you. If this offends you, defriend me. Pray. God bless. God bless. We need prayer.